A SSAS is an occupational or a multi-member pension scheme. It stands for Small Self-Administered Scheme, SSAS, and it essentially is a pension scheme, but for many members, typically up to 12 members will be a member of a SSAS. It's most often used by families of maybe family-owned businesses or maybe two directors that jointly own a business, because it is a shared pension scheme and you have shared investments within that pension scheme. So the pension scheme, the SSAS itself, is established under a trust deed and rules, so a separate legal document. The members typically themselves act as trustees, so they have legal responsibilities as a trustee as to what they can and can't do with the SSAS monies. And they also have responsibilities under the Trustees Act to act properly and act in a prudent and reasonable and responsible manner as a trustee. But essentially, in the same way as with any other pension arrangement, the member or their employer pays contributions into this pension plan. Each individual then accumulates a share of the pot. Let's say, and it is a shared pot, it is a shared fund, but each member has a very clear value, a clear share of that SSAS. So each member is accumulating their own pension pot within the SSAS, within this global fund. The investments get quite exciting investments really in terms of what you can and can't invest in. SSASs will look at investing in commercial property, will look at directed shares, they can own land, they can own gold, they can hold cash funds, managed funds, other regulated collective funds such as unit trusts and OICs can all be held within a SSAS pension scheme, and the assets themselves are owned by the trustees but for and on behalf of the SSAS, so for and on behalf of the pension fund. So each of those assets is owned jointly by the trustees and for the global benefit really of the members. So members put in their pension contributions, and it may mean then that an individual newly coming into the SSAS, so with a very small share of a pension fund, can actually have a part ownership or a part share of say a large commercial property, whereas if they had their own individual pension plan, that option might not be available to them because they just wouldn't have enough funds. But going into this global fund, this global pot, gives a member with maybe smaller funds access to maybe a different type of investment than they might otherwise have. But typically we see them say a lot with family-run businesses. So you might have the parents and children in the pension fund, or you might have senior employees as well in there. And because the numbers are typically limited to maybe up to 12 members, you're not looking at using a SSAS for all of your employees within your business. Typically a different type of pension fund, normally a group personal pension, would suit better in that environment. So monies contribution go into the SSAS, the monies are accumulated. At retirement, the individuals can look to take benefits from their share, their pot, within the overall SSAS. And at present, the benefits can be accessed from age 55. And again, at present, up to 25% of the member's share of fund can be paid out as a tax-free lump sum. The member then can take other income from the SSAS by way of a pension, by way of pension income. That income then would be subject to tax, PAYE tax on the member. So the SSAS is a pension fund, I say typically for a smaller number of members, but it is a group pension environment. So it's this joint investment strategy that works very well typically with sort of family members.